Good day, everyone. Welcome to Programming Review Series. For today's topic, it is all about a variable. So the last session we have, we ran out of time. So what I did is to stop on the middle part of the variable discussion. So for today's lecture, I will continue it so that on next Monday there will be a new topic for our programming review series. Okay, so for this discussion, we will learn the meaning and usage of the variable. Next is we will going to declare it, then initialize it. Then after, we will learn the data types available in C++, and then the assignment operator. But before learning all the assignment operators, we will going to learn first the arithmetic operators, and then next is how we were going to assign multiple declaration and initialization, and we will try the last part is we will going to initialize with the use of input. Okay, so the first subtopic is where or what is the meaning of a variable. So the meaning of variable is very easy. So just think that you have we call it you have a data that you are going to store in the computer. So the one that stores the data in the computer is called a variable. So a variable is located in a memory. So if you think that way, if you have in the library, as we can, if you already uh, go to our library, there are books there you can find. In every book there is a shelf or a place where the book is located. So a variable is like a bookshelves or a cabinet that where the book is stored. So the book is the data. So it's the same logic of in computer that our data that we are used in our programming uh, programming exercises will be saved into random access memory. So that is the implementation and the definition of variable. So next is how can you declare a variable? So declaration is also another term for declaration is creation, meaning we are going to create our variable. So in creating a variable, we need two things. Okay, first is the data type. Okay, and next is the identifier. Okay, so first we have to learn what is a data type. So going back to our programming one, you already learned that uh, there are a few data types we can use in basic data types used in C++. Okay, those are integer, long integer, short integer, in the form of numbers. You can have numbers with decimal places like float and double, and you have characters like car and bool character, which is can store in um, um, true or false value. So the basic data types is those that I mentioned. The string data type is not included in the basic data type in C++. So we will just learn it later on. Okay. So you need to know to define what data you were going to store in the variable. Okay, based on what I mentioned earlier, if you were going to store a of data that um, consists of numbers, then the thing that you are going to consider is um, the int data type, because int data type is um, will hold the value that has numbers. Okay, so that is the first step in declaration, making a declaration or declaring a variable. Next is the identifier. Okay, the identifier, there are a set of rules in we have identifiers in C++, so it should be unique. Okay, identifiers will be unique so that you as a programmer can easily uh, um, uh, understand and read what are those identifiers, or we call it the name of the variable. Name of the variable or identifiers is the same, so it should be unique. Okay, identifiers can be short, consist of one word. If that will happen, if that the identifiers consist of two or more words, then you will be using the casing, we call it styling casing, the style of text that you are going to use in using two or more words. Okay, for example, we will store a second number, a first number, for example. So the name of the variable identifier is first number. Now the problem is we cannot do this naming convention since we don't allow identifiers to have two words. It should be one word. So all we need to do is to remove the space. This kind or style of casing is what we call the lazy styling, because it just use just just combine the two words. Now if you will use you will replace small letter n to big letter m, this styling is called um, camel styling or camel casing. Okay, the second word should start with the uh, big letter of the first letter of the first letter of the second word should be capitalized. So that is called it camel casing or camel styling. Then if we will also put or replace the small letter f to big letter f on our first word, so the first word and the second word both has big letters. So the name of the styling for this one is Pascal casing, Pascal casing or Pascal styling. If you wish to use, you don't want to you want to be a separator of the two words, then you can use underscore in this naming scaling or styling of the identifier or the name of the variable. We call it snake casing because of the underscore. Now we cannot allow to put hyphen or this one because this is a special function. There is a special function behind this symbol, and this is reserved for arithmetic operator, especially in subtraction. So you are not allowed to use this syntax or this symbol in the identifier of the name of the variable identifier. Okay, then these two is now a declaration of a variable. You are telling the computer that, hey, I have an integer data type in the first number variable. The name of the variable is first number, and the data that can be stored in this first number is the type of is a integer type. Okay, so this is what we called variable declaration. Now, next thing you're going to learn is all about variable initialization. Okay, but before doing the variable initialization, let me give you different examples for declaring a variable. Okay, we can have double this personal information. So I will replace int age. No, we can put here car name. Okay, the name of this variable is name, and the data type that holds the data, the type of data that can be stored on the name is a character. Age, the name of the variable, and the data that can be stored in this age variable is integer. Next, for example, weight, the name of the variable or the identifier is weight, and the data to be stored in the weight variable is a double data type. Okay, then we have bool, for example, um, finish the assignment. So the variable for this one is the name of the variable is finish the assignment. The data that can be stored in this one is a boolean. It can be either true or false. Okay, this is the basic. I just give an example, the basic data types available in Java. Oh, sorry, C++. Okay, so sometimes the basic terms, the basic is replaced to primitive. So some programmers say that this is the primitive data types available in C++. So basic or primitive is the same. It's just to say that this is the very you can directly use this data type without importing or including libraries because it is very available directly. Okay, so this is how we can declare a variable in C++. Next thing we're going to do is we call initialize our variable. So in initialization or initializing is the process of putting value or storing now the data into the variable. So this is now the process. In terms are we call it the same. Sometimes they use initialization or initializing, but in our term is putting value on the variable. Okay, so this is for an example. Name is equal to John. I'm sorry. Name is equal to John. So this is now the name. This is the variable name, and we assign by the use of this operator, assignment operator equal. This is telling the computer that the name has now a value John. So this is this process. This process is what we call initialization. Okay, we are initializing the name variable by putting it a value of John. Okay, another initialization is age is equal to, for example, 28. Okay, we have double is equal, for example, the weight uh, replace to 90.5 and finish the exam. So, sorry, this is weight is equal to 90.5 and finish the assignment is equal to true. So after declaring the variables, we are going to initialize it by the use of the assignment operator. So there are available assignment operators and I will be explaining it to you and give example later. But for this one, is this the most common one? This is an assignment operator. This is the assignment operator assigning a value on the variable. As you can see, the variable name, the variable age, the variable height, the variable finish with its specific value. Okay, now why is this the name has a single quotation but this age, weight and finish elements don't have a single quotation? Okay, there is a single quotation because you are to determine that this is a character data. Okay, all character data should be enclosed with single quotation. Okay, so that's it. So if there is a character, it's enclosed with a single quotation. So for example, you're going to replace it with 20. For example, I will add a variable which is barangay, so I will name it to car barangay and I will initialize it. Barangay is equal to Purok dos. Okay. If this will happen, it has an error. It is because you are telling the computer that this portion is not a string. No, a character. So if it will happen, it will use quotation. Okay, you will use quotation for this one. You're telling the compiler that this is a string. Okay, no, a character. Okay, make sure. Okay, so make sure of this one, and then the age, it is because there's no quotation because it is a number. Okay, so this is a number. The same with double. You don't need to exclude single quotation. It's also for the boolean. It is true or false, so no need to. If you will put here that one, it makes it a character, not a boolean. Okay, so this is how you're going to initialize variable in C++. Okay, so this is the operator, assignment operator, equals assignment equals. So to read it, name is equal to John, meaning name has a John value. Age is equal to 28, age has a value of 28. Okay, so this is we will learn now the usage and the meaning of variables. We declare it. Okay, we learn the data types, basic or primitive data types in C++, and we also know the naming convention. Okay, how to create names. So name or identifier should be unique. Okay, and short to easy you can easily remember. Okay, then next is we already initialize it by the use of an assignment operator equal. So before to proceed much more assignment operators, I will be discussing to you some arithmetic operators. Okay, so I will create a variable number. Okay, so int number. Since the next topic is arithmetic operator, so the data type that we are going to consider is integer, or we can also use double. Okay, so we cannot use here car and boolean if we are going to consider or focus on arithmetic operator. Okay, so later on I will be discussing also the difference of the two, and can we combine or subtract integer data type to boolean data type. So I will discuss it later. So I have here int number is equal to 5. Now this one is a special case, no? Before earlier we just barely separated the process. This process is what we call declaration, and this process is what we call initialization. Right now we merge the two, and this process is what we call variable declaration and initialization. In this part, we declare the number variable, and this part also we initialize the value of the number variable. So this can save so much space, but there is a usage for this one. Probably if you know already the value of a variable, you have to initialize it in this line. If you don't know yet the value of the variable, like for example you need an input, you need to ask the user to input the data, then you have to store it. Then this is the best way of doing the initialization. Okay, but if you already know the value of that particular variable, then you can also directly initialize it in the same line of declaring it. So inani lang. Okay, so let me introduce to you. We have in C++, we have 7 arithmetic operators. Okay, so what are those operators? Okay, it's very easy. It's just like when we are on our elementary days. This is the symbol for addition. Okay, and then this is for subtraction. Okay, I will only do to write. Okay, we'll just addition, this is subtraction, this is multiplication, this is division, and this is modulo, and this is increment and decrement. Okay, so let's start. Probably the first four is you already familiar with: the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Probably modulo, you encountered it when you're first years, and hopefully it includes also the increment and decrement. Okay, so we will have a sort of an activity, or we can have a portion to play with here for arithmetic operators. So I have also to create another variable, int number 2, okay, equal to 10. Okay, So we can create a variable answer. The answer is equal to number, okay, sorry, addition. How it is the process of the name sum. Int sum is equal number plus addition is number 2. Okay, so I have an in declaration variable declaration initialization. So I have variable number and we have the value of 5. We have another another variable which is number 2 and have the value of 10. So by the use of a we call it the variable I call it um, by the use of arithmetic operator, we can both we can add to the two numbers by the use of this operator. Just use plus sign. Okay, so to output this one we can use cout. Okay, and then okay, the sum is the sum of the two numbers is okay, and I will include the sum. And do not forget end line. Make it has space. So when we run it, okay, as you can see, the output in the sum of the two number is 15. Why? Because the first number is 5 and the first number is 10. It's very easy. Number 5 plus 10. If you wish another one, if you wish to add another one, for example, number 2. So you have now, we have two variables, but we add twice the number 2. So in here, we just add the operator on the right side, or on the right side is to add a data to be added, like the way I did. Okay, and then we try to check it, and the answer is 25 by 25 because the first number is 5, the first number is second number is 10. We have 5 plus 10 equals 15 plus another 10. It is because we add another one is 10. So 15 plus 10 equals 25. So this is the arithmetic operator addition. Okay. For the sum, we create a variable int difference. Okay. Def lang difference, and we can have, for example, number 2 subtracted by number. Okay, don't forget the separator or the semicolon. So to output, okay, we will just change or we'll just add another one, cout. Okay, the difference of the two number is okay. We'll put okay this operator, and then we have def. We are calling the def variable and time. So what will be the answer? So the answer will be 5 because 10 subtracted by 5 is equal to 5. So when we run, the answer is 5. Okay, it is because of this variable declaration. Okay, so we already know that the number 2 is 10 and the number is 5. So we use the subtraction operators to subtract the sum number 2 to number 1, and the value stores with the different is equal to 5, whatever the data inside of these two numbers. That is for the different. Okay, you can also um, do the following, like after subtracting it, you can also have addition of 1, for example. After that, so what happened is you subtract 10 minus 5. After that, it will add 1, so the answer will be 6 on this example. Okay, so you can, there is no limit in adding or using the operator. It depends on you. Be careful na lang to not to use, for example, like that one, because you are telling the compiler that there is, you have to add something, another one, but you forget to add another data or a variable. So what happens, you have an error because there is an expected data or value needed in this portion. Okay, so don't forget to do that. Okay, then if you are going to okay, to multiply the two numbers, we have we can have multiply, or we have product. So pra is equal to number, this is the symbol for the product, and number 2. So the answer for this one is, oh, we don't have the output for this one, so we have to create our output. Sorry, the product of the two, so we have a wrong spelling earlier. 2 number is okay, product and line. So the product for this variable is 5 times 10 is equal to 50. So we will run. Don't forget to build and run. Okay, then the product of the two number is 50. Okay, you can also add another expression, because sometimes they call it expression. We call it this one, we call it the variable expression, because you are now storing arithmetic expression in the variable, so we call it sometimes expression. Okay, like in our mathematics, the expression of the two numbers. So we can have, for example, okay, 2. So 5 times 10 times 2, so the answer will be 100. As you can see, okay, because the expression, okay, we are multiplying three numbers, first number, second number, and the third number. Okay, then we have to proceed to quotient. So number 2, okay, divided by number. Okay, so we have to copy paste to make it much more faster, and we will change it to, okay, quotient. The quotient of the two number is, and we have okay, so the answer will be 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Okay, the quotient of the two number is 2. Okay. Okay, so you can also add, for example, divided by 2. So the answer right now is 1. Okay, 1. Why? Because 10 divided by 2 is equal to 2, and 2 divided by 2 is equal now to 1. So no, it's very easy in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. How about modulo? Modulo is an arithmetic operator that only holds the remainder of the division. So remainder. So what is that? For example, 5 divided by 2. So 5 divided by 2. So there is, you do not use point system. So just regularly katong the remainder. So 5 divided by 2. So you have 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. That one is the remainder. Okay, so that is the one that gets on this operator. Okay, so for example, okay, int mod, we have modulus. Okay, we have 5 modulus 2. So the answer for that, we will create the modulo of the two number is mode, variable mode, and end time. So see, we will close this one in order to we can build and run again. As you can see here, as I mentioned earlier, that is the remainder of 5 modulo 2. Okay, if you use division, the answer for that is 2. Yeah, because 5 divided by 2 is 2. You have remainder 1. So modulus is the remainder. Okay, how about I will change it to 4. 4 modulo 2. The answer is what? Guess. So the answer for that is 0. Why? Because 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Diba? 2 times 2 equals to 4. 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So the remainder is equal to 0. Okay? You get it, the remainder. Okay? Okay, for example, this is 33 and modulo of 6. So 33 modulo of 6, the answer is, and the answer for this one is 3. Why 3? 30 divided by 6, that is 5. So 5 times is equals to 30. 33 minus 30 is equal to 3. So the remaining of the quotient is 5, but the remainder is 3. That is what we call the modulus. Any question? Okay, I forgot that this is a recorded one. So if you have questions, you can just PM me or contact me. Okay, this is the code module. Okay, so that is for arithmetic operator. Okay, so we have also we call it someone is calling to me now, but I have to continue. So next is, okay, for the expression, we go back to the expression. Like for example, int expression is equal to, I will just create data 5 plus 2 times 6 subtracted by 1. Then we have, okay, let me have to be safe, I will just 2. Okay. So this is what we call an expression in mathematics. So computers also relate with that. Okay. Did you forget how you were going to solve this one? So what will be the output for this expression? If you have to output it, can you solve it in your notebook? The answer, okay. The answer for the expression is what? The answer for that is okay, end line. Okay, before we answer, always remember this. M does. Okay, this is what we call the precedence or the power of the operator. Okay, so why M does? It should start with multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And that is what we learn in our elementary days. In high school, it is included with PEMDAS. Parentheses, it will start with first the parentheses, then multiplication, division, and subtraction. Then the PEMDAS, exponential, and the higher form of we call it precedence. But you can see the pattern. So this also, the computer also use this kind of pattern in solving the expression, because this is derived in mathematics, and also from the word computer we are also using what is in the field of mathematics. So if 5 plus 2 times 6 minus 1 divide 2, so what will be the first step if you are a computer? Okay, so the first thing to do is 2 times 6, and that is 12. Do not, okay, the computer will not add 5 plus 2, then times 6, then after minus 1, then you divide by 2. So it's not like that one. Okay, so the computer will do this one: 2 times 6, so that is 12. Then after that, 1 divided by 2, and that is not 0.5. Why not 0.5? Because the data type is integer, holds whole number. So the answer will be 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0. So now it will now 5 plus 12 minus 0. And the answer for this one is 17. Let us try. Hopefully I am correct. So we'll try the run. So the expression for this one is, the answer is 17. Hoping that I am correct. Yes, the answer for the expression is 17. Okay, that is the answer. So you will think like a computer. Okay, please think like a computer. Do not directly add this one, blah blah blah. But if this one change to double, now the answer will be 16.5, because that is 0.5. Remember, this is one is 0.5. So when you run it, the answer is okay, still 17. Oh, double, yeah, the double, yeah, okay, what happened? because of this one. I am wrong. Supposedly, no, let's try. The answer is for this one is not 0, but 0.5. Okay. I sorry. That is try to float. Oh, it's still the same. Okay, probably. I mess for this for in C++ because in Java it will turn to 6.5. But okay, double or integer it's still the same in here. Probably if you can do that one, it will write put 5.0, 2.0, 6.0, 1.0, or 2.0, and the answer will be yeah. You can see the difference, and now it turns to 16.5. Okay, so I see it. All must have the data must have the same data type, which is double, in order to have an output of a decimal like that one. Because but if you can still you use double, but if you don't change this one, it's still the answer for that is 17, not 16.5, right? Okay. So always remember to follow the MDAS rule for all regular expression. Okay, no matter what it follows, you have that one. Okay, another expression, double expression is equal to, for example, 5 plus 10 subtract by, okay, we have 5 minus 2, okay, times 10 okay, sorry, times 10, okay, okay, let me do times 2, 16, 10, 20 minus 5, 25, 15, 10. Can I have also modulo 2? Okay, last one. Okay, what will be the answer for expression for this expression? Okay. 5 plus 10 minus the parentheses 5 minus 2 times 10 equals 2 plus 1. What will be the answer? Okay, we will try to run, or we will just calculate it before we run it. The first execution is PEMDAS, so whatever everything here will be executed first. Okay, so carry 5 plus 10 minus also 2 times 10. We will start with this one. 2 times 10 equals 20. Yeah, 20 minus 5 minus 20 equals negative 5. So the answer for this one is negative 5. No? Then modulo 2 plus 1. The second step is the modulo 2. It's still the same. 5 plus 10 minus the modulo 2 is negative 1 plus 1. What will be the answer? 5 times 10 is 15. Okay. Subtract. Okay, negative 1. It will turn to addition, that it will make it to 16. And the answer for this one is 17. Oh, 17. Can we try it? Am I correct? Let us tell the computer what to do to execute, and hopefully the answer is okay. What is the problem? This expression. Okay, the expression is previously declared. Okay, sorry, we have to change. We will just remove the expression. I will explain it later what is this mean. Okay, run. Okay, the answer is still 17. I'm good. Okay, let us try to plus it to 10. Then the answer will be 26. Okay, what happened? Sorry, I add this one. I add on the comment. I'm too. Okay, this one, and the answer is 26. Yeah, this answer is 26. So just follow the rule of PEMDAS or MDAS. Okay, now you have a question. Sir, there is two variables. Now we have here you declare, and then you initialize, and you have a value of 17 here, and then another one you have also initialize it, this one with a new value of 26, right? 26. Sir, so what happened to the value of 17 on the top? Why it's now gone and now it makes it 26? Okay, I write it this way so that I can also discuss this kind of we call it a type of phenomena, or that will occur in writing your program codes. So it's also this declaration. So meaning you can have to store multiple values, sir? No. Variables can store only one value. So what happened? Okay, computer, going back in your first years, computer will read from right to top, left to bottom, right? No, top to bottom, left to right, right? So in this expression, variable expression, we declare it on this line. That's the correct. We initialize and we declare this line, and that's a value of 17. Now, here, the same variable name expression, but has a new value of 26. So what happened to 17? It is the for this with this expression, it will now remove. Okay, that is the in the memory. If there is a new value in a variable, what happened? The old value will what? Will disappear. It will remove to the variable. It will remove to the RAM, and the new value, this one, will be the one will be saved on the variable. So this value in this line of 35, the value of expression is 17. But on the line number 36, the value of expression is now no more 17. It will now replace to the new value, and that value is 26. So you can have an another expression here, example 1 plus 1, and the answer is 2. So since you output it in the bottom part, so what happened, the expression will now, the volume expression is equal to 2 because you output it. Okay, kung asa siya pinakaduol, if you output the variable asa siya pinakaduol, it is the new value. So since you output it in here, the line 44, this line number 37 has an expression variable. This is now the new value of the expression. So that is what you output it in here. Okay, but if you output in this area, okay, so what happened? It will output the value in this variable that it has been changed in this value. So it will output 26 and it will output 2. Output the 26 and also output 2. Yeah, because in this one in here, you output in here 937, it's not being changed yet. But after this line, it is already changed. It also here. The same here with this one. It will output 17, it will output 26, it will output 2. So you output the value of the variable expression 3 times with different value since you output it in the different location of the codes. Okay, nasabtan ninyo that this code happens for the first initialization, 26 is the second initialization, and the last one, expression 2, is the third initialization. Okay, what happened if you output in here, you have an error because in line 35 there is no declaration of expression number 36. That is why there is an error. Okay, you can output it if the variable is defined or declared, also if that has a value. Okay, so that is the variable or arithmetic operators. Okay, one more thing. Okay, for the modulus, for this operator, increment and decrement, I will continue for the arithmetic operator. Okay, this is it is used always in looping, in usually in iteration in this for the decrement and increment. So that is why for this moment it is not being used, so I will just escape it for you not to overwhelm, but for all the input that I have, so just stick with the basic. Then after we will once we are going to use it, I will be also discussing it, the increment and the decrement. Okay, because my discuss is two more, it's very long if I will include these two. Okay, then going back to the assignment operators. Okay, since we already have the arithmetic operators, we have also the assignment operators. Okay, why I need to discuss first the assignment operators? Because the arithmetic operator before the assignment operators is very it's also it's almost the same. Okay, and I will teach you how to do that. Okay, so the first, the basic assignment operator is equal. Then everything will have an equal sign, but it will add like addition equals, subtraction equals, multiplication equals, and division equals. those symbols, sorry, those operators are also arithmetic operators. Those are arithmetic operators. But sometimes we will also use assignment operators for that. It's the same thing, the same usage, but because in programming we call it short. If you're going to make it the long codes, make it much more shorter. Okay, so how we're going to do that? Okay, now a regular operator like int um, input inp number 1 is equal to 5. Okay, if you want to add to number 1, so you can, for example, you or create an input sum of the two numbers. So if you are going to add twice the int number 1, so it will be it will be this would be the codes inp number 1 plus inp number 1. So that output is 10 now. So if your goal is to add twice the number, so this is the first thing or the first logic you can come up with your mind. By the use of assignment operator, we can shorthand this one and no need for creating another variable. Why? In programming, we are going to limit the defining the variable so that our program is much more runs lighter and run faster. The more lighter the codes, meaning the shorter the codes, the program will also faster run. Okay, so the first thing, if you want to add the two number 1 by the use of this assignment operator, since we have already the basic assignment operator, we will use, since adman, we will use this operator plus equal sign. So the plus equal sign will look like this one. So no need to define int number 1. So int number 1, we declare it with new variable with new initialization, but use plus equals int number 1. This code, shorthand notation or shorthand assignment operator, by the use of this assignment operator, we manage to add input number 1 variable twice, but not using another variable or defining new variable. So this process is also time consuming. Let us try to output it. Okay, let us try to output it, and we have to for a while. Okay, we'll resume. Okay, so we will try to output this one by using this int sum and this one input number 1. Okay, see out int number 1. I will just to add a separator for the both data, and this one is okay, int number 1. Okay, excuse. Okay, so to output the data, so I will output the int number 1, and also I will output the imp sum. Okay, then build and run. So we have 10. Okay, so as you can see the difference, you don't have the value, the value or the expression result or output have the same value 10, This 10 first is the by the use of this one, int number plus is equal to int number 1 by the use of this shorthand assignment operator, a combination of the assignment operator and the arithmetic operator. That is why I am discussing to you the arithmetic operator, so you can understand this notation. So then you can also have the result. Okay, sorry. Oh yes, have the same result if you create a variable, another variable, and then add the two, add the same variable. So same result, but what is the advantage of this technique? This technique, you save the memory, look, the storage, the RAM capacity by not creating a variable, less code. Okay, and then it's very easy to read. That is the benefit of this kind of using this assignment operator. Okay, so you can also add another number if you want. For example, you can, after this, after you adding the two number, you can multiply it by 2 and plus subtract it by 1. Just a regular expression also. What did we did last on the top with this expression, we can add with the expression also, but in here we add first the 2 and we multiply it by 2 again. What is the answer for this one? And we subtract it by 1. So the answer will be with 19, because 10, 5 plus 5, 10 times 2, 20 minus 1 is 19. Okay. Oh, sorry, that is 14. Why? Yeah. Sorry. It's because it starts, because this is addition, because of the process of MDAS. It starts with here 5 times 2 is equal to 10. Okay, so we have now 10. 5 times 10 equals 15 minus 4. That is why the answer for this one is 14, because it starts with this one because of the MDAS or the PEMDAS rule. Okay, this is a regular expression. It's also the same in using int number 1 subtract. Okay, int number 1. The answer for this one is 0. Okay, no, it will stack. Sorry guys, this is also the benefit for also the other benefit for this one is you will not replace the previous value of int number 1, but it also use it again here and add with a new value. So the answer for this one is 9. For this one, the answer is 9, not 0. The answer is 9. Huh, 0, why? Yeah. Sakto. Sorry guys. The answer is because 14 minus 14, not 5 minus 5. Okay, why? The value of int number 1 in this one is 14. We carry the value of int number 1. So int number 1 has 14. So minus 14, we have 0. Okay, we can check that one. We can put it there, plus again with int number 1, and the answer for this one is 14. Yeah, negative 14. Yes, negative 14. So why negative 14? Okay, the answer is negative 14. 14 minus 14 plus 14. Okay, so it turns to negative 28 plus 14. That's it. That's why we have negative 14. The same with addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Uh, with this one, this is by the use for this one, so you can use int number one dot one. Okay, plus one. Okay, okay, and then we have int number 2 divide. Okay, you can do that one also. Okay, and then we have also the modulus. Okay, so this is all the arithmetic assignment operators, equal sign plus equal sign. Okay, then the last part that I will going to teach you now, the second to the last, and we have multiple declaration and initialization. So this is how you have multiple declaration and initialization. Okay, so it's very easy. Multiple by, if you can group your data types in your variables into data types, then you can now have multiple declaration. For example, you have variables like x, y, z that has a data type of integer, so you just have int x, x, y, z. So this is what multiple declaration. As long as you think that you have those variables has the same data type, you can have this kind of multiple declaration instead of writing it, for example, a int b int c, so it can save space, diba, for you guys. So it's also the same. Okay, so this is how you do that in multiple. You can have also initialization by example, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 3. This now effect is what we call multiple declaration and initialization in one line. This is what the term will have. So that is what we call multiple declaration and initialization. Now, since the last one is initialization with input, this is very we can only use it in C++ because of the input in IO stream in C++. So for example, you are okay, this is, we will use, for example, we input number 1. So for example, cout. First you have to prompt the user what to do, so that the user will know what they will do. So please enter a number. Okay, just put a comma colon. We have cout. So So whatever we enter the data, it will store it in the variable. So first thing you have to do is to define. So we declare, for example, int a. This is what we call declaration. Okay. Then we can have um, scene a. Okay, so meaning the data that we're going to input will be stored to a. So another way of initializing data in C++ is like this one, not like this one. We have using equal sign. By the use of this operator also, you can assign value to a variable by the use of the scene operator. Okay, let us try. And after that, we output cout. This is the inputted data value for variable a. Okay, and line run. Okay, as you can see, please enter a number. It's double E. So type 5. That 5 will store to a, and now it will output it here. Okay, so that is for this is why how can we another way of assigning initializing value in the variable by the use of this scene syntax in C++. So that is all the topics that we manage we learned today. We managed to we define the meaning and the use of variable. We declare it, we initialize it, we learn data types, we learn the assignment operators and the arithmetic operators, then the multiple, declaration, initialization, and we have also initialization with input. So hope you learned something with me today. I am grateful that you are watching until this moment. There will be an attendance for this video, so I will be sharing it to you in our Facebook group and our messenger. So that's all for today. Aja, thank you. God bless everyone. Bye bye.